The whole world is waiting, watching with concern about what happens next in Ukraine. Tonight, President Biden was asked directly, should Americans be worried about nuclear war? The president telling our CBS's Nancy Cordes, no. But Vladimir Putin is increasingly isolated. Look, today, again, sitting alone at one end of a long table, far away from even his own advisors. And today, with more than 500,000 refugees leaving their homes in Ukraine, we are reminded about the cost of war and the impact on families and especially children. The tears that fell down this young boy's cheeks after leaving his father, who is fighting in Kyiv. Or these beautiful newborn twin boys sleeping tonight in a bomb shelter. And these children trying to survive not just cancer, but also Putin's war of choice. Well, tonight, Vladimir Putin is under investigation for possible war crimes. Russian forces are still battling to take over Ukraine's biggest cities, but they are meeting stiff resistance. The two sides sat down for their first face-to-face talks in Belarus. The only thing agreed on was to meet again. We have team coverage, and CBS's Charlie D'Agata will start us off tonight from Kyiv. Good evening, Charlie.
Good evening, Nora. That's right. Tonight, Russia is accused of war crimes. Ukraine's UN ambassador is accusing Russia of using thermobaric bombs, one of the most devastating weapons short of nuclear weapons. It's a violation of international law and escalates this conflict to an unthinkable level. Ukraine's demand for an immediate ceasefire went ignored this evening, with Russian artillery opening up around Kyiv. And tonight, worrying developments that Russian troops are tightening the noose. Satellite images reveal a 17-mile-long Russian military convoy headed to Kyiv, now less than 20 miles outside the capital. Ukrainian forces are hitting back everywhere they can. The defense ministry releasing drone footage striking another convoy in southern Ukraine. The Interior Ministry says multiple Russian missile strikes in a residential neighborhood in the second-largest city of Kharkiv killed dozens of civilians. As the attacks escalate, so too does the civilian death toll. Emergency teams race to save the life of a 6-year-old girl injured by Russian shelling while shopping for groceries with her parents. Her frantic mother can only watch on. Despite their best efforts, they were unable to save her. Bracing for an onslaught, residents in the capital took advantage when officials lifted the curfew in place since Saturday to stock up on food and supplies. Considering this is a city under siege, the mood remains remarkably calm here. People are buying, but they're not panic buying. They're stocking up, but they're not stockpiling. No one knows how long the food or fighting will last.
It's deathly scary. On the other hand, we are very hopeful because we have support from all over the world, emotionally, financially, in military forces.
Support from volunteers, too. A mass production line of Molotov cocktails today loaded onto a truck to hand out to forces around the city. Tonight, mothers and children will huddle together in the shelter at the city's Children's Hospital, trying to provide some comfort to the most vulnerable and protection from the war outside. President Zelensky has made a late-night address, and he is pointing the finger directly at President Putin, blaming him for what he called a brutal attack on Kharkiv today. And he's asking the world to enforce a no-fly zone over Ukraine. Nora?
Charlie D'Agata for us. Thank you.